If you're craving authentic Cantonese comfort food, the kind that feels like it came straight out of a bustling Hong Kong diner, there's one spot in Richmond that locals and longtime fans will always recommend. Double Double Restaurant Wonton, also known as Lo Yao Tiu in Cantonese. This place isn't flashy or new, but it's legendary. Known for its congee, Chinese donuts, wonton noodles, and brisket, it delivers big on tradition, flavor, and value. But before you even step inside, here's your first pro tip. Parking in this plaza can be a challenge. Your best bet is to head over to Empire Parkade, located right next to Empire Center. If you drive up to the rooftop level, there's usually plenty of spaces, even during rush hours. And speaking of rush hours, expect a line. This place gets busy, but don't let that scare you off. One of the unique things about Double Double is that they follow a classic Hong Kong dining custom called tap toi, where diners share tables with strangers to get seated faster. It's practical, it's efficient, and a big part of how Hong Kong's food culture thrives in tight, fast-paced spaces. If you're open to it, you'll usually be eating within minutes. In today's video, we're diving into the classics: crispy Chinese donuts, silky congee with minced beef, chewy wonton noodles with tender beef brisket, and Dalong, that beloved combo of fried dough wrapped in rice noodle rolls. These are dishes that carry deep Cantonese roots and have earned their place as staples for a good reason. Whether you grew up eating these dishes or you're trying them for the first time, this is the kind of place that brings people and flavors together. So grab a seat and maybe next to a stranger, and let's eat. We came hungry and ready to try some of the greatest hits. The Chinese donut, also called yao zha gui or yao tiu in Cantonese, is a classic Cantonese breakfast item known for its light, airy interior and that golden, crispy exterior. Despite being deep fried, a well-made Chinese donut shouldn't feel greasy or heavy. It's meant to be eaten fresh, either on its own, dipped into warm soy milk, or paired with a bowl of savory congee. In Cantonese culture, especially in Hong Kong and southern China, dipping the crispy donut into congee is a beloved ritual. The donut soaks up the rich, savory flavor of the porridge while maintaining a slight crunch, giving a comforting textural contrast that locals grow up enjoying and eating. One of the most iconic ways to enjoy Chinese donuts is in the form of Dalong, where the donut is wrapped in chengfen, a soft, silky, steamed rice noodle roll. This combination is a staple of Hong Kong-style dim sum and street food culture. The magic of Dalong lies in the play of textures. The delicate, slightly chewy rice noodle contrasts beautifully with the crispy Chinese donut at its core. It's then finished with a drizzle of hoisin sauce and sesame paste, sometimes with a touch of soy sauce, adding sweet, nutty, and savory notes that tie the dish together. Dalong represents the Cantonese love of balance between soft and crunchy, savory and sweet, humble and refined. It's a dish born from creativity and from practicality, taking two traditional elements and combining them into something uniquely satisfying. Whether eaten on its own or as part of a larger congee breakfast, Dalong is a bite of Hong Kong culture and nostalgia. Simple, comforting, full of character. Beef brisket noodle soup with wontons is a beloved classic in Cantonese cuisine, combining two cornerstone elements of Hong Kong street food: tender braised beef brisket, ngao lam, and springy wonton noodles, wonton min, served in a rich, savory broth. What makes this dish special is the care and technique behind each component. The beef brisket is slow braised, often with a traditional sauce like chu hao paste, chu hao zheng, along with aromatics such as ginger, star anise, and dried tangerine peel. The result is a melt-in-your-mouth tender beef, ideally with a bit of tendon gun that adds a gelatinous, slightly chewy texture, prized in Cantonese cooking. It's comforting, flavorful, and deeply rooted in Hong Kong Dai Pai Dong culture. The wonton noodles are another defining element. They should be thin, slightly firm, and bouncy, with a noticeable egg aroma. The proper bowl gets the timing just right, so the noodles stay chewy and don't go soggy. They soak up the broth but still hold their structure. Then there are the wontons themselves. Delicate handmade dumplings, typically filled with a blend of pork and shrimp. A good wonton should have smooth, thin wrapper and a juicy, snappy filling, while Double Double's version leans towards a shrimp-heavy Hong Kong-style wonton, larger and more boldly textured. Traditionalists might note that it lacks a more balanced pork to shrimp ratio, typically of Guangzhou-style wontons. The broth ties it all together. A true Cantonese wonton broth is clear but deeply flavorful, often made from dried flounder, shrimp shells, and pork bones. This gives it that unmistakable umami depth with a light, savory finish. A subtle but essential hallmark of authenticity. Altogether, beef brisket noodle soup with wontons is a complete expression of Cantonese flavor and technique. It's rich yet balanced, hearty and refined. And when done well, it delivers warmth, nostalgia, and satisfaction in every bowl. If you're enjoying this video and getting some good tips or foodie inspiration, go ahead and give it a like and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us keep bringing you more local eats like this. And did we mention the portions? It's big and generous, dai fun, especially at this price point. 水牛肉 is a classic Hong Kong style comfort food that showcases the heart of Cantonese cooking. Simple ingredients, but transformed through time, technique, and texture. At its best, this congee is smooth, creamy, and almost velvety, made by simmering rice until it fully breaks down into a thick porridge-like consistency. It should never be watery or overly thick, just rich enough to coat the spoon while still feeling light and soothing. The minced beef is gently stirred into the hot congee, cooking just enough to stay tender and juicy without becoming grainy or overdone. Often seasoned with a hint of soy sauce, ginger, and sometimes scallion or white pepper. It brings a mild, savory depth to the porridge without overpowering the delicate rice flavor. One of the most iconic Cantonese ways to enjoy congee is with a side of Chinese donut, and this dish is no exception. The donut is torn and dipped directly into the congee, soaking up the broth while retaining a bit of crunch. This creates a wonderful contrast of soft and creamy rice with a crispy golden dough, a comfort pairing that's deeply rooted in Cantonese breakfast and tea culture. At places like Double Double in Richmond, the crispy minced beef congee reflects Hong Kong diner traditions, warm, humble, and deeply satisfying. It's the kind of dish that doesn't rely on fancy ingredients, but delivers comfort and nostalgia in every spoonful. A true taste of home for many, and an essential introduction to Cantonese cooking for those new to it. Double Double Restaurant and Wonton Loyalty isn't just another Cantonese diner in Richmond. It's a local institution. From the crispy Chinese donuts to the smooth, comforting minced beef congee, from the springy wonton noodles to the tender, flavor-packed beef brisket, every dish here reflects the heart of Hong Kong style cooking. It's the kind of place where tradition lives on, in the food, in the no-frill service, and even in the way people share tables with strangers. The dap toi culture may feel unfamiliar at first, but it speaks to what this restaurant is all about: efficiency, community, and getting everyone fed well and fast. And let's not forget the practical tip. Skip the parking hassle by heading to the Empire Parkade rooftop, where you'll usually find open spots, especially during busy hours. At just under $40 before tip, this meal delivers incredible value, generous portions, authentic flavors, and the kind of satisfaction that only comes from food with roots. Double Double may not be flashy, but it's full of soul, and it's a must visit if you want to experience Cantonese comfort food the way it was meant to be. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Richmond Eats, be sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what's your go-to dish at Double Double, or what Hong Kong style classic should we try next. Until next time, happy eating.